11. You're really getting along with this program, and I hope you're enjoying the material. This section is called product pricing. So what exactly drives the pricing of skincare products? Consider things other than ingredients, whether it's antioxidants or alpha hydroxy acids or essential oils or other ingredients that can improve the look and feel of the skin. You have to look at the product's pricing as only one of the considerations. Your skincare coaching clients are going to ask you about pricing versus results, and you can help them look at this any of their products as they fit into their skincare budgets and needs with regard to pricing. Here's some of the questions that your clients might ask in reference to why products cost what they do. Does a higher priced product mean that it's more effective as a product? What drives the price difference between similar products and ingredients that have different brands? Does pricing equate to better results, or is it all just marketing hype? Unfortunately, most of the questions in this area of product pricing are particularly not easy to answer. The answers are more nuanced than the beauty blogs or brands would want you to think. Beauty brands vary considerably in price. The first rule of pricing is that those products that are on supermarket and drugstore shelves are typically lower cost brands, and the luxury brands are pretty much in department stores or online in exclusive arrangements with online marketers. Prices for moisturizers range from a few dollars per ounce to, believe it or not, several $1,000s an ounce. The Japanese beauty company Clé de Peau is marketing a face moisturizer that sells for 5 times per gram more than gold, according to Yahoo. The product, La Creme, actually sells for $13,000 for a 50-gram jar. That's less than 2 ounces. To sort out the maze of products and their pricing components, you better explain pricing differences of the vast ranges of products in terms of several factors, which can include ingredient, formulations, overhead, distribution, marketing. Distribution and marketing costs are the first thing that you talk about. In addition to manufacturing costs, distribution, marketing, and other strategic factors can drive the cost of products, of course. Distribution costs, whether the product is taking up an end cap or shelf space at a high or low-end retail establishment like Macy's versus a drugstore or a supermarket, or they require an in-house sales team or has a direct sales or commission-only sales force or online or social distribution, social media distribution, these costs must be factored in to the product's price. Some brands make it a part of their strategy to offer direct-to-consumer products with high levels of specialized ingredients because they've significantly reduced their marketing costs for these products. Other high-end, high-touch, exclusive customer experience products at spas or at the high-end beauty counters cost more. Logically, these strategies will drive a product's pricing. Let's talk about marketing costs. The cost of advertising and having a marketing department can be quite substantial. In fact, executives often say that marketing increases the price of a product more than anything else does. The budget for procuring and justifying the marketing pitch, such things as obtaining scientific evidence, these are also rolled into the costs, and these can add up very quickly and make a marked increase in a product's price point. Marketing position as an expensive versus affordable, and the costs of marketing and branding also drive costs. Marketing is perceived in how a customer perceives the product and how they'll use a product, and why the skincare industry actually invests significantly in positioning for different brands is because of the demographics and perception. This area of strategy is also called marketing position because it sets their brand next to another product brand or another company's brands that spend more money on marketing costs, therefore build these costs into product prices and can be more expensive as a result. There's many different kinds of skincare brands, but for simplicity, we're only going to deal with the 4 market positioning segments that are most prevalent. The first one is luxury. The next one is clinical, or what they call cosmeceutical brands. Then you have budget or mass market brands. And then finally, we have natural or wildcrafted product positioning or marketing positioning. You'll notice that some brands will actually fit into one category easily, but a lot of indies, independent brands are increasingly fitting into 2 or more with some of their formulations and marketing strategies. It's rare to fit into 3, but our sponsor, Eliglo, actually hits the mark. It is affordable. It's lower than most luxury brands, well, actually lower than just about every luxury brand. It's also a cosmeceutical product because of the oils and the ingredients that they use. They have high-end ingredients. And they also have a significant amount of wildcrafted and natural ingredients as their core from across the world. As a skincare coach, it's important that you understand marketing positioning so that you can explain the trade-offs between the different categories as they relate to pricing, go-to-market strategy, ingredients, and products. And the reason that we bring up Eliglo is just as an example of what marketing position can do for a company. Eliglo in particular has the marketing position that they're not as expensive as the luxury brands in the department stores because of their distribution, and they're not as inexpensive as the drugstore or supermarket brands. They're right in that middle category. They're also wildcrafted, and that's important to the company. They also hit the mark on being very conscious socially of their branding because of their conservation and wildlife efforts and anti-poaching efforts in Africa. So all of these contribute to marketing costs, and that is called marketing positioning. As a skincare coach, you're going to be asked, are luxury brands with really expensive skincare products really worth it? Well, we caution you to put aside your budgetary constraints and look at this from a client perspective. Yes, they're pricey. Yes, some cost more than some people's mortgages or rents every month, but a client that can afford the most expensive lotions and potions and creams in the world, they've got a willingness to purchase them if they work as stated. So you have to assess the need of these luxury process in terms of ingredients, and without price as a deciding factor sometimes that you would pay. As a skincare coach, that's really hard to do, but please remember, as with budget brands, there's a trade-off for everything. That stated, precisely what do luxury brands have that mass market and budget brands don't have? Luxury brands like La Prairie, Chanel, La Mer, Sisley, or other high-end luxury and price point spectrums, they know they're expensive. Their market positioning is that they offer exclusive formulations and high-end skincare experiences. How do they position their luxury brand messaging? Well, they establish their positioning by delivering exceptionally high quality ingredients across the board. Sumptuous textures, opulent packaging, testimonials from well-known celebrities, and lots of high-end marketing. These are often found in department stores as well as advertising expensive publications and magazines like Vogue, Cosmopolitan, and Elle. For most people, the price points at the high end of the luxury brands looks like rent swallowing indulgences. But when you consider all the costs and the R&D that's gone into some of these products, as well as the ingredients, sometimes the price point needs to be a lot higher to make a profit. However, looking at some examples, one can't help but wonder how that high price point is actually justifiable.